What's up? I'm Amy Shark and I'm here chatting with MILKY. Well, yeah, I did have a new look. Obviously, it's gone now. It didn't last long. But this new era of Amy Shark, I guess, is it's exciting. I feel like every year I get a little more confident in what I do, and I get a little bit more adventurous. And I don't know. I've got this like imposter syndrome that I have struggled with for so long, and every year it kind of disappears more. So I come out of my shell a little more. So it's exciting. What inspired Only Want to Be With You is a corporate event, which sounds really boring at the start. I went and played a corporate where I ran into an ex-boyfriend of mine. I wouldn't really call him a boyfriend. I kind of dated him for a little bit. And it was so random because once we got through all the blah, 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 oh my God, music, congratulations, you know, the talk that I dread most of the time, he just came out with, what happened with us? And I was like, oh my God, I just came here to play like 3 songs. I don't want to talk about a relationship I was in like a million years ago. But anyway, I was just remembering that time, and I kind of dragged this guy along for a while because I had feelings for someone else, and I thought if I just dated him a little longer, those feelings for someone else who I couldn't be with, I might find those feelings for this person, and it never really happened. Obviously, that's where it came from. I wrote a little story in my notes in my phone. Every now and then I'll write like lyrics or situations that could be cool song topics to write about, and that was one of them. Running into the ex. So yeah, and then I took that into the studio, and it just came out like, I guess, the story of, you know, I went out with everyone under the sun, but I only want to be with you. So yeah, it's about me turbo dating, you know. You know, music videos used to be a real passion of mine. I used to shoot them and direct them and edit them and pay for them myself, you know, for so many years. And that whole world has changed for me now, you know, that I can work with people who are so good at what they do. And I found Grey Ghost, who is just an insane director, and he kind of had this vision for the song, and I wanted it to feel like Dracula's disco or something, you know, like it was like kind of red and a bit sort of rebellious and free and fun, like, you know, no choreographed dance moves. That's why I'm looking like ridiculous dancing, but I was having fun, you know, and I had my band there playing along. So the whole idea was just to really showcase the song and to give it the energy that the song has, you know. But not in like a real bubblegum way. I wanted it to sort of be like a cool sort of cool colors and the hair and like what I was wearing. I really loved that as well. So he was in charge of all that, and I think he crushed it. It's the line where it's only want to tell the whole world you're mine, only want to kiss you all the goddamn time. I always have to sing it like that. I don't know why. It just like sounds so aggressive, and I remember when I wrote it in the studio, it was like, it just, I don't know, it fit so well, and it was so fun to sing. So yeah, I really enjoy that part of my own song, if that sounds really, really up myself. There's always a loose process, I guess. It's weird. I sort of sit with the guitar, and that's how a lot of the songs are born, from me finding a riff or a chord progression that I think is different and unique. I always think of a melody that would be like the typical melody to sing with that chord progression, and just try and think of the one that's so far from it. So yeah, I always kind of challenge myself, and then I've got a whole other part of my writing where I can go into a studio and say, hey, okay, play me a beat or play me some music, and then that unlocks another part of writing and all other stories that I've forgotten about. It's really weird, but a lot of the time it just comes from me with a guitar in a really sad, dark room. I'm a judge on Australian Idol. Yeah. And you know why I like it? It's because I'm not a coach. You're on your own, kid. I'm just here to judge you. How bad is that? I don't have to do anything but sit here. You know, you're not on my team. I don't pick your songs. I'm just a judge. It's so great. I just thought, like, what a cool opportunity, you know, like Australian Idol is such an iconic brand, and it's really given some huge sustainable and incredible careers to some artists. So yeah, I mean, did I ever think I wanted to write songs and one day be a judge on Australian Idol? Absolutely not. But I like to keep people guessing, and I don't think anyone saw that coming, and I'm having a lot of fun doing it. So that's all that matters. It's funny because I had this moment on the show when we were doing the auditions, and I said to this one girl, I'm like, I can't tell you what, because she was like, well, what are you looking for? And I'm like, I can't tell you what we're looking for because it's so different. You're looking for, it's not the voice, so it's not like you're looking for this incredible voice. You're looking for an idol, so you're looking for someone who has this thing, you know, that you can't turn away from. And I had this thing where if I sort of was watching someone sing and I started thinking about, you know, renovations at my house or something, you know what I mean? If I drifted off, I'm like, well, you're not captivating me. There's something that's not captivating. So I would let people down easy. I was like the nice one. There was not two meanies, but, you know, the guys were pretty brutal on the show. And it was tough. It was tough seeing people really go for it. And there were some girls who didn't get through, and they would end up in tears, and it crushed me. And I just kind of reminded them that this is just like a shitty day. You know, don't see this as no for your career. Like, you know, because I wouldn't have made it. Like, if I auditioned, I wouldn't have got through at all. I don't have the voice for it, and this just wasn't my pathway. So I always reminded anyone that didn't get through, who I actually thought was kind of good, just see this as a shitty day and move past. I mean, playing live is so fun. It's stressful, and touring is stressful, but when you create something like a song, and then it's kind of like test driving it in front of different groups of people around the country, you know. When you test drive your songs in front of people and they connect, and you see people singing them so loud, or they're smiling, or they're crying, it's a feeling that I never take for granted, because I get to do this job and I can't even explain the feeling to some people, you know, like my friends and family are like, how do you feel after that? And I'm like, I can't explain it. It's such a beautiful feeling that not everyone gets to experience. So anytime I do have those moments, I really, really cherish them. So yeah, playing live is a very important part of myself and my identity, I guess. Whew, 2023. Damn, man. I feel like this year was big. That year, I think that's going to be a big year. I think it's going to be a busy year. My calendar certainly looks like that right now. I take a glimpse of it and I'm like, oh, you know, it's going to be a fun year though, for sure. Heaps of punk, probably like Blink-182, Alanis Morissette, Metallica, The Police, Bush, so many. I was lucky. My parents are super young when they had me, so they were like babies having a baby, and I had a really cool library of music to learn from. And I've said this for a few years now because I'm just putting it out into the universe and hoping it happens. But I liked Post Malone before he was like I liked him during like White Iverson, and I think me and Posty would make the coolest sexiest song ever. I think it would have to be it would be the Silverchair, Frog Stomp, or The Sound of White, Missy Higgins, just because it's the first time I heard like kind of voices that were not, they had imperfections, and I don't have like a Mariah Carey singing voice, so when I heard Daniel Johns sing the way he sings, and when I heard Missy Higgins sing, you know, I was like, oh, I think I could do that. If they can do that and storytell, I could do that. So probably those albums. These questions, eh? They're good. Where are you in like the shitty promo that I have to do at these radio stations asking me friggin' dumb questions? These are good questions. These are fun. These make me think. There's a movie called Closer with Julia Roberts, and it's gnarly. That's like so heavy. Like it's just so dramatic. I think I could do that one. It would have been either November Rain from Guns N' Roses, or Four Non Blondes, What's Up? Like classic. That's a really tough one, man. It's a really deep question. I don't know if I want to go there. Nah, Miley Cyrus. That's who she is, you know. Hannah Montana, she came, she went. Miley's always there. It was Cold Chisel. It was the loudest concert I've ever been to in my life. My ears are still damaged. Thanks, Dad. The best concert. Oh man, I've been to so many. Like, no, not bragging. I've been to so many. No, that's really hard. I think one of the most impressive concerts, I went on tour with Bleachers, which is Jack Antonoff's band, and he is such an incredible showman. Like, and the show is so slick, and it just the sound, and it's the lighting, and he's like he has a great show and a great presence. So probably the Bleachers show. I love them both equally. What would I mean, I'd have to go girl power, really. You know. Sharky Spice. I'm sure I could come up with better, but we're on a time limit here. I don't want to keep you guys waiting, you know. Baby Shark Spice. Baby Shark Spice. She's got it. That's it. I played Splendor in the Grass in 2018, I think, and it was when my debut album came out, and it came in at #1 on the day that I was playing, and I played the main stage, and it was like I had my whole team there, and I had some family members there, and it was really cool. It was a great day. I mean, probably Taylor Swift, like just with what she's achieved and what she is challenging. Probably Swiftie. I would say, remember in like 2022 when you were like, don't worry, just go with your gut, and who cares what anyone says as long as you're happy and you're making music that you love. Remember when we felt like that? You should feel like that still today. And you might think the croissant here or there is okay, but it's not. You should ease up on the croissants because they're not going to make you feel that good, and you won't have to double down so much in the gym. Okay, so just woo off them, a couple of crackers, stick with the avocado. It's good. It's a good vibe. And we're into salmon now, and hopefully you'll still be into salmon. So you should stick with salmon. It's good for you and your skin. There were so many different things that made me like doing what I do now. I used to love theatre, and I would do acting, and I loved that idea of capturing a room and demanding the attention. I wasn't like a kid who wanted attention all the time, but when I was on stage, I really loved that challenge. And then I played an open mic night, and I loved singing songs and telling stories and hearing the room go quiet. So that was addictive. And then also my first time in a studio, I loved hearing songs come to life. So there was a couple of times that I thought, this is fun.